Hey guys, it's Marco, Gulf Coast, Texas, coming at you with another video. I wanted to share a little bit about some thoughts I had and answer some people's questions about the movie Noah. I don't know if you guys have been able to go out and see it or have heard anything about it yet. I posted a couple of responses to the movie and some reviews of the movie. And some people like it, some people don't. It seems like it's going to be one of those controversial things. The producer Aronofsky was pretty clear. I mean, he's a proclaimed atheist, and he basically says that he doesn't have a set of beliefs that he really has. But this movie, some people are assuming that it was going to be the Christian portrayal of the story of Noah, or the Judaic, biblical portrayal of Noah, and I believe in part it was, but there was also, other angles that it came from. Like I said, I posted a review about a guy that basically said it was a Gnostic movie. That was the only angle it was that portrayed, and that Aronofsky was portraying a Gnostic view of Noah and the story, and he's laughing at all Christians that will go and see this movie and really have no idea that that's what he was trying to do. And then I posted a rebuttal about the Noah, that basically this other guy was saying, no, it wasn't just Gnostic, it wasn't just a Christian view of Noah, but it's also had Muslim beliefs tied into some of the portrayal as well. And like I said, I've heard both sides of this debated, and I've heard pastors that say, don't go see it, and you shouldn't support an atheist or this portrayal because it's blasphemous because it doesn't line up exactly with the Bible, and it doesn't maybe hold close enough to what we understand and what we believe. And so I think, there's some truth to that. I think that you got to make your own decision there on what you feel like is worth supporting. If you feel like going to see the movie is supporting him, and obviously your revenue, he's getting paid for the people that go to see it. But I think it's going to be watched whether we want it to or not, because when there's something controversial, it always sells out higher than something that's not. So I don't know if he was targeting that specifically, but that's going to happen. And so I went and saw the movie. I did some research. Like I said, I read some of the reviews on it and went and saw it. And there's some very clear contradictions to the Christian version of the story of Noah and the other versions that he's portraying. So one of the things, it does have some very clear ties and symbolism to Kabbalah, or the Gnostic view of Noah, as well as, like I said, Muslim ties. So I think that you really have to decide for yourself. Some of the things that were in contention, or some people that kind of debate about what Aronofsky was trying to do with the movie, was there's very clear view or showing of the fallen angels in the movie that are portrayed as angels that were fallen and encapsulated in molten rock, and then so they hardened into these rock-like creatures that roam the earth. And as well, there was a clear portrayal of the evolution from a sea creature coming onto the land, and then from the reptile version of something going into the mammal and the or apes, monkey style creature, and then it skips over, and it doesn't go from evolution of monkey to man, but then it portrays two luminous beings, as the Adam and Eve in the garden, and that as well has ties to Gnosticism. And but like I said, there's some very clear portrayal of the Christian view as well, and so you're gonna have to take it. If you get an overall view, then you kind of see some of the symbolism that he's drawing from these multiple portrayals of Noah, and you kind of have to decide for yourself. If you think it's worth watching, you think that going to see the movie is going to aid or help someone that doesn't believe the way you do. But the truth is, Christians have no problem going to see other movies that are, rated R, or movies that totally, don't glorify God, but they're okay seeing it, even though it's, things that are questionable. And now we've got a portrayal of Noah, and people are saying, don't go see it because, an atheist wrote this. And honestly, I think Aronofsky did a really great job of creating intrigue and showing the struggle from Noah getting this word from God. And so some of the positive things I think from this movie is that people are going to see the movie and then say, was that really in the Bible? And go back to the Bible and say, what is the biblical retelling of the story? And what is actually the producer's view of this story? And there was a couple of things in there as well that this man, Tubal Cain, or the descendant of Cain, they show, Cain killing Abel, and he basically is the one that's coming against with his people against Noah and saying that they're going to take over the ark. And basically Tubal Cain was saying, I am the God of this world, and God doesn't care about the people on earth. And some people, like I said, were saying that points to the Gnostic view of who the creator is supposed to be, because part of that view is that the creator is a liar, and actually that the serpent was telling the truth, that we are partially gods, or so that you kind of have to go a little bit deeper than that. But one of the things that, like I said, was a positive thing is that people are going to go and say, what does God say about this? What does the Bible say about it? And as well, there's very clear communication that God is giving visions or dreams to Noah, and so Noah is trying to communicate with the Creator because he's questioning, God, what do you want me to do? And how do you want me to fulfill this thing that you've called me to? And which is really cool. I think that the Bible has clear depiction of God speaking to people clearly, and then there are other parts of the Bible where it says that the Spirit led someone to do this, or and so there are, I think, often today people have struggles understanding what God is asking of them or what God wants them to do, and it's pretty cool that He shows that struggle, and as well it shows the downfall of Noah after the flood. He goes and it shows him picking grapes and basically getting drunk off the grapes, and that is absolutely a biblical telling of what happened. And then being shamed because the sons find him from his drunken stupor, and that's totally a Bible thing. But in the end, you have to decide what you feel like is the overall theme, the overall message, and whether it's worth supporting or seeing, and make your own decision. But like I said, I think there are going to be some positive things from this movie coming out, and so comment below. See, tell me if you like my review. You don't like looking at my face, whatever the case. Hit me up, and hopefully you'll stick around and see some of the other stuff that we're talking about and getting into. And I guess I'll see you guys next time.